Well, aloha. It's Friday here in Southern California. So, this is Jamie Barber with Jamie Barber Homes saying Aloha Friday. So, it's getting ready to start a beautiful weekend. It's a little chilly. I think it's going to be in the upper 60s this weekend. So, it's a good time to go looking for homes. Um, well, let's see. In the sad part of the world, we still have a war in Ukraine, and there are a lot of refugees being distributed in throughout Europe and especially Eastern Europe. And whatever we can do to help, please help. And on a lighter note, Major League Baseball preliminarily made an agreement. Looks like we're gonna have baseball. So that's great news. As you can tell, I'm excited. As a Southern California or Los Angeles um, man, I'm a big Dodgers fan. So, well, let's get into a little bit of the real estate. Again, inventory is at an all-time low. There are not a lot of houses out there being sold. So it's a great time if you're considering selling your house. All right. Now, also, if you're considering buying a house, because of the Ukrainian war, interest rates have come down. It's and that is also creating a little surge in competition. Now the interest rates have fallen again a little bit, and but if you're considering buying, this is a good time because you know what's going to happen. The Fed meets in the coming week, next week, I think, um, and Jerome Powell has said he's going to raise interest rates. He needs to fight inflation. So our interest rates are going to begin to climb up. All right. There has been a move out of stocks and bonds, out of stocks towards government bonds because they're a little more stable right at the moment. And bond rates are closely tied to the interest rates of mortgage lenders. So when bond rates rise, so do the mortgage interest rates, which leads to overall mortgages being lower. So hopefully, if we get to that point, we might have a little more inventory. So now the dip in mortgage rates are blowing up home buying demand temporarily, like I said, fueling continued price gains. But demand may drop off, hopefully, if the Federal Reserve raises interest rates as expected. Okay. The Fed has drafted plans to, to implement progressively higher interest rate hikes throughout the year to temper the runaway inflation that is affecting everything from housing to supermarket prices, which would eventually bring mortgage rates back up. And despite the current geopolitical circumstances, it's unlikely that the central bank will reverse course on this. And so what that means is that more than likely the Fed will raise interest rates um, as planned, but they'll proceed carefully. Now, this is what Powell said. He said, "For now, I would say that we will proceed carefully along the lines of that plan." This is what Powell said at a House Financial Service Committee meeting last week. We're going to avoid adding uncertainty with what is already an extraordinarily challenging and uncertain moment. So, what that means to us in the short term, what that means to us is our inventory is still low. The interest rates are low again, or lower. So, it's a good time to buy and it's a good time to sell. So, if you have any interest in learning about whether or not you to sell your house or whether or not to go back into looking for a house, you can contact me, Jamie at jamiebarberhomes.com. I am happy to help. This is what I do, help people buy and sell homes to guide them through that process that can sometimes be a little scary, but I can make it a little less scary for you. I'm happy to do it. So it's Friday. We have a weekend coming up. Enjoy it. Go look for homes if you want to, and just enjoy it until Monday. This is Jamie Barber saying it's Aloha Friday. No work till Monday, unless you're a real estate agent or you're in retail sales. Then we got to work the weekend, or if you work in the restaurant business. So you have a good weekend, and I'll see you next week. Again, Jamie Barber with Jamie Barber Homes. And you can reach me at Jamie Barber Homes. I'm happy to help. All right. Aloha.